Jersey Mike's is known for having friendly workers, probably because they get free subs after every shift. And that's not the only perk. From numerous advancement opportunities to good tips, here's what employees have to say about working at the sandwich chain. Employees at Jersey Mike's can expect to become experts in multitasking. Reviews online report that working at the popular chain involves much more than just making sandwiches. For example, one former employee wrote about their experience on Indeed, saying, "I learned more than I thought from a small sub place. I learned to work the cash register, top subs, grill meats and vegetables, slice meats and cheeses, and prepare lettuce, onion, tomatoes, and bread." Workers are also responsible for wrapping the sandwiches, opening and closing the store, washing dishes, and maintaining a clean restaurant. This includes learning how to handle food properly, following cooking instructions, and using tools such as knives, slicers, and grills safely. Another core part of the job is providing exceptional customer service. While the occasional difficult customer comes through the door, employees generally have good things to say about the patrons. Joining the Jersey Mike's team can serve as a great introduction to working in a restaurant environment, since the wide variety of tasks allows workers to try out different aspects of a job in food service. You may be surprised to learn that Jersey Mike's employees memorize the menu, which is an important part of their training. However, some workers admit that it takes some time to get everything down. It's not hard to see why it would be so challenging. With about 30 subs on the menu, each featuring different combinations of meat, cheese, sauces, and toppings, anyone would need time to commit all of them to memory.
When somebody comes in and orders a sandwich, you're making a sandwich fresh right in front of them.
There are huge benefits to memorizing the menu, however, which is why it's the one piece of advice that former employees consistently have for new hires. Once you learn the menu, you're able to prepare orders much more quickly and truly get into the flow of the task. Being in a fast-paced work environment requires efficiency, quick thinking, and clear communication. This is why learning the menu is key. It helps to have one less thing to worry about. One of the most commonly asked questions at restaurant chains is whether employees receive free meals. Every Jersey Mike's location is independently owned and operated, meaning that workers' experiences and store policies may differ. However, the consensus is that a free meal is one perk of working at the sub shop.
I can't get enough of watching Jersey Mike's freshly grilled hot subs, and I like watching nice and close.
According to the Sandwiches subreddit, employees can help themselves to a free sub and fountain drinks every shift, and may even get additional meal discounts. Some lucky workers even receive free cookies and chips on the job. Other less fortunate employees lament that they only have access to discounted menu prices. No matter how much you might enjoy subs, it's not hard to imagine growing tired of eating one every day. Still, many Jersey Mike's workers enjoy the option of a free or discounted meal. It's easy to be skeptical when eating out. Almost everyone has had experiences when their meal tastes like the back of a freezer. This may even be the expectation at fast food restaurants. However, Jersey Mike's seeks to set itself apart by guaranteeing fresh, high-quality ingredients. The restaurant promises bread that's baked in-store daily, freshly prepped veggies, and cheeses and meats sliced before your eyes.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your sub right in front of you.
Well, it's one thing when a company says its food is freshly made, and another when you actually get your order and see for yourself. Thankfully, Jersey Mike's employees can confirm that the restaurant chain delivers on its promise of freshness. One former shift supervisor wrote on Glassdoor, "Bread has to be started and baked fresh in the morning. All the toppings have to be washed, sliced, and prepped, etc." Another former employee summed it up by saying, "I felt really confident in the product I was selling." Customers can ditch their doubts and rest assured that the sub shop takes its commitment to freshness seriously. Some might debate whether Jersey Mike's falls under fast food or fast casual, but regardless, neither category is exactly known for paying its workers well. According to Indeed, as of early 2024, the average pay for a crew member at the sub chain is about $14.50 per hour. This is around 9% above the national average for similar roles. In comparison, the average pay for a sandwich maker at Subway is just under $12 per hour. Individual pay can vary based on location and management. In a review on Indeed, a former crew member wrote that while Jersey Mike's is a good first job, it doesn't pay well. That said, they noted tips help offset the low wages. Not everyone receives tips, but those who do report it as one of the best parts of the job. For example, one staff member claimed on Indeed that they received on average $100 to $200 in tips every 2 weeks. Overall, only 45% of the restaurant's employees on Indeed believe they are compensated fairly. While this isn't the worst you'll see on the review site, it's still not great. Food service jobs are notorious for being fast-paced and stress-inducing, and Jersey Mike's employees report that working at the sandwich chain is no exception. Unfortunately, Jersey Mike scores below average on Indeed's Work Wellbeing survey, clocking in at a mere 68 out of 100. The survey takes into account many different factors, including stress and compensation. Employee reviews on Indeed reflect the company's low score. Quite a few comments mention a stressful work environment with high turnover rates and bad management. One former sales associate described that they were let go for not being fast enough and didn't recommend the job. It's not all terrible, however, since Jersey Mike's is rated average in the survey's happiness and satisfaction categories. Still, this is nothing to write home about. Potential applicants may want to note that the sandwich chain doesn't score above average in a single category on the survey. Working long hours is part of the job at Jersey Mike's. While every store is different, the sandwich joint typically opens its doors to customers at 10 a.m. and closes at 9 p.m. You might think this doesn't seem that bad. However, employees usually arrive much earlier than the store opens to set everything up and start food prep. They also have to stay after customers leave to close up shop and clean. One employee wrote on Reddit that it takes their crew 2.5 hours to prep everything and open the restaurant in the mornings. Other workers responded that this was normal, with some arriving at work as early as 6 or 7 a.m. According to another thread, closing takes 30 minutes to an hour, with most employees out the door by 9:30 to 10 p.m. Shift lengths usually vary between 4 and 8 hours, though higher-level employees and general managers reported that they sometimes worked up to 14 hours a day. The pros and cons of the morning versus night shift are a much-debated topic among Jersey Mike's employees. Early risers might thrive on the morning shift and enjoy the rest of their day once they're done with work. On the other hand, night owls may prefer a later start, even if it means not finishing until well into the evening. While everyone is different, the consensus is that workers at the sandwich chain prefer the night shift. Some find that the night shift moves more quickly, thanks to the constant flow of tasks that brings them closer to clocking out. Cleaning up during downtimes can mean going home early. In comparison, the morning shift can get intense. It's a race against time to prepare the restaurant for opening. Working the morning shift also involves covering the busy lunch rush, which employees say can quickly turn into a frenzy. Benefits such as health insurance and paid time off are few and far between for Jersey Mike's workers. They also vary across locations and often depend on employees working on a full-time, salaried basis. Some managers and higher-level employees report receiving bonuses, health and dental insurance, paid time off, sick time, and retirement planning. However, most working at the sandwich chain enjoy nothing of the sort. One benefit that Jersey Mike's workers consistently mention on review sites such as Indeed and Glassdoor is the job's flexibility. An employee wrote that management is flexible about adjusting the schedule, particularly for staff members in school. This makes all the difference for students juggling coursework, social lives, and other responsibilities. It's also ideal for those who work multiple jobs and need to coordinate schedules. Another employee said that they basically design their own work schedule. For many, choosing when they work is certainly a dream come true. For some, making sandwiches is a temporary gig. Like other food service joints, Jersey Mike's attracts a lot of teenagers who come and go depending on their class schedules. However, there are opportunities to advance and make a solid career at the chain. Beyond crew member roles, Indeed lists job postings for positions that include shift leader, assistant manager, and various manager-level roles. The consensus is that promotions at the sub shop are possible with a lot of hard work. Jersey Mike's rapid expansion creates opportunities for current workers to move up the ladder into leadership positions. According to CEO Peter Cancro, 350 Jersey Mike's locations are expected to open in 2024. While this is potentially great news for many current employees seeking career growth, promotion and hiring practices vary by location and owner. Even though Jersey Mike's employees find themselves engaged in a wide variety of tasks on a daily basis, boredom can still creep in. To combat this, some recommend talking to customers and becoming friendly with those who stop by regularly. One employee wrote on Reddit, "It honestly helps when you're having a bad day, then that cool customer you know stops by and you talk things out." As Jersey Mike's employees have noted on Indeed, interacting with the regulars is one of the best parts of the job. Some even build lasting relationships with customers, harkening back to the chain's humble origins as a neighborhood sandwich shop. According to one employee's review, the regulars also tip well. This makes getting to know them all the more worth it.
Every time something goes out the front door, you know the customer's going to enjoy it and come back.
Anyone who's ever worked in customer service probably knows that dealing with the public isn't always fun and games. Unlike Starbucks, which is notorious for having rude customers, Jersey Mike's customers are for the most part polite and well-behaved. That being said, many employees have still had their fair share of difficult customer interactions at the popular sandwich chain. Complicated orders and long lines during the big rushes can mean that customers grow impatient or frustrated. Unfortunately, it seems that they sometimes take it out on the workers. An employee reported having customers yell and swear at them while on the job. As one assistant manager wrote on Indeed, "The hardest part about this job would have to be dealing with some difficult customers. But luckily, my upper management has taught me very well how to approach these problems." Common de-escalation techniques include actively listening to the customer's complaints and offering solutions that address the problem at hand. Overall, the single most significant factor shaping employees' experiences at Jersey Mike's is the team environment. After all, don't people always say that teamwork makes the dream work? One employee wrote on Indeed, "If you are lucky and get good management, you will have a great experience." Good team members also make a huge difference. Even though the staff roster changes regularly, the long hours and close quarters mean that many workers form tight bonds with each other. Friendly coworkers can foster a sense of belonging, which can make the hours fly by. One employee likened their team to family, saying, "There is always a friend just around the corner willing to help you out." A supportive team is truly everything when it comes to promoting a positive working environment.